I don't want to scare you off with this video's title. I know how controversial the topic of oils can be, but I think it's important to know what is actually in your food. And we're going to start out with the worst first. So if you're looking for the worst oils, we're going to cover 3 different categories. First are the saturated oils. These are typically solid at room temperature, and they're usually derived from plants. So these include palm oil, coconut oil, and butter. All of these oils are high in saturated fat. When they're consumed, our body breaks them down into fatty acids that can then be used by our body. However, eating too much saturated fat can increase the levels of low-density lipoproteins in your blood, aka the bad cholesterol. As a result, consuming too much saturated fat can increase your risk of developing heart disease, high blood pressure, and strokes. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that you need to completely eliminate saturated fats from your diet. In fact, there are many benefits of coconut oil and butter that we talk about in this video up here. So make sure you check that out after this one. Also, I want to mention that palm oil is actually the most commonly used vegetable oil in the world. And when you buy things like commercially produced vegan cheeses, most of the time palm oil is one of the main ingredients. So just keep that in mind. Another category of bad oils are the trans fats. So unlike saturated fats, trans fats are not naturally occurring. They're usually found in processed foods, and they're often created through an industrial process called hydrogenation. Hydrogenation adds hydrogen atoms to liquid oils to turn them into solid fats. You may recognize some of these names that are listed here because they sound so processed. For example, partially hydrogenated canola oil, partially hydrogenated corn oil, partially hydrogenated soybean oil. Partially hydrogenated oils are found in a lot of industrial products such as biscuits, crackers, snacks, baked goods, coffee creamers, margarines, frozen meals, and more. Basically, any packaged or processed food may contain trans fats, and because trans fats are so harmful to heart health, food manufacturers are starting to replace trans fats with other less healthy options, such as palm oil. So unfortunately, even if you avoid the obvious sources of trans fats, you may still be getting them in your diet. And this is why it's important to read the labels of all the foods that you eat. Lastly, the third category of bad oils are the omega-6 rich oils. We can use corn oil, sunflower oil, safflower oil, cottonseed oil, grapeseed oil, and more. Now, before I tell you why these oils are considered bad, I want to point out that these oils do have their uses. For example, they are very high in polyunsaturated fatty acids, which makes them good for high-temperature cooking, but that's about their only benefit. The issue with these oils is that they're extremely high in omega-6 fatty acids. Now, omega-6 itself isn't inherently bad. In fact, our body needs omega-6 to function properly. The problem occurs when there's too much omega-6 and not enough omega-3 in the diet. Having too much omega-6 in relation to omega-3 can lead to an imbalance and increase inflammation in the body. And chronic inflammation is linked to a number of chronic diseases including arthritis, heart disease, and some cancers. So once again, these oils aren't inherently bad. In fact, they can be very useful for high-temperature cooking, but you should try to avoid them as much as possible. When it comes to salad dressings or any cold dishes. Alright, now let's move on to the best oils to consume. Let's start out with olive oil. Olive oil comes from the fruit of the olive tree, and it's most commonly used in Mediterranean cuisine. There are many different types of olive oil ranging from the highly processed to the least processed extra virgin olive oil. Extra virgin olive oil is the highest quality, and it has the most health benefits. Olive oil is rich in monounsaturated fats, particularly oleic acid. One of the main benefits of olive oil is that it can reduce the risk of heart disease. This is due to its ability to reduce inflammation, lower blood pressure, and reduce harmful lipids such as LDL and triglycerides. It also contains a number of powerful antioxidants, such as polyphenols, carotenoids, and vitamin E. These antioxidants have been shown to have anti-inflammatory and anti-cancer effects. I recommend extra virgin olive oil for low to medium heat cooking, as well as for dressings. Another one of the healthiest oils is walnut oil. 8. Walnut oil, also known as English walnut oil or Persian walnut oil, is extracted from the kernels of walnuts, and it has a very distinct flavor. If you've ever tried walnut oil, you know exactly what I mean. Because of its strong flavor, I recommend using walnut oil in dressings or cold dishes rather than for cooking. It's rich in healthy monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats as well as antioxidants like vitamin E. It has been shown to reduce inflammation, lower blood sugar levels, and reduce the risk of heart disease. Avocado oil is another one of the healthiest oils out there. It's extracted from the flesh of avocados and has a neutral taste. So it's great for high-heat cooking, such as light frying. It's rich in monounsaturated fats, especially oleic acid, which can improve heart health. Like many of the other oils mentioned, avocado oil also contains antioxidants like vitamin E. This antioxidant helps protect against cell damage, reduces inflammation, and can potentially lower the risk of certain chronic conditions like heart disease. Additionally, avocado oil can help promote healthy skin and prevent dry skin. Flaxseed oil is another great option, but be careful with this one because it can easily be degraded at high temperatures. So this oil is best used in salads or as a supplement in smoothies. It is rich in alpha-linolenic acid, a type of omega-3 fatty acid that is essential to human health. Adequate intake of flaxseed oil can help reduce inflammation, lower cholesterol levels, and support heart health. It has also been shown to improve skin health and reduce the risk of certain chronic conditions. Canola oil is another great option. It's a very popular oil used in cooking, and it's rich in monounsaturated fats as well as a decent amount of omega-3 south. It can help reduce the risk of heart disease and improve lipid profiles. Canola oil has a neutral taste, so it can be used for a variety of cooking methods. Now I know I said that olive oil is best for low to medium heat cooking, but if you're going to be doing any high heat cooking such as deep frying, then I would recommend using either coconut oil, avocado oil, or sunflower oil. And if you're looking for the best oils for dressing or cold dishes, then I would recommend using olive oil, flaxseed oil, or walnut oil. And lastly, if your main goal is to improve your heart health, then I would recommend using olive oil, walnut oil, and canola oil. There are so many different types of oils out there and it can be very confusing. Did I miss your favorite oil? Let me know down in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button. And as always, thanks for watching.